What's up, Proclaim Youth? Travis Miller here. I am the youth director for the Proclaim Youth Group at Calvary Chapel, Boulder City, in Boulder City, Nevada. If you look a little bit earlier, I put up a post of a Devo today, which was on Luke 23:27, which says, and this is the New Living Translation, it says, "A large crowd trailed behind, including many grief-stricken women." Now, at this point in time, we see that Jesus is now carrying his cross to Calvary, to Mount Calvary. And what's happening is there are many people trailing along. We see specifically included that there are many grief-stricken women. Something to think about is today is Thursday. And what is most commonly taught, or at least accepted, is that Jesus rose on the third day. We typically use that as a Sunday, which if that's true, then he would have been put on the cross and died and buried on Thursday. So today is the day where Jesus was mocked and whipped and beaten, spit upon, and nailed to a cross. Why this verse is so important is because there's another element to this. We often think and talk about Jesus carrying his cross to where he was to be nailed to it. But one of the things we sometimes don't talk about, and we don't talk about it not because we just don't want to talk about it, but we don't talk about it because it's something that maybe we don't recognize, or we don't think through, or we don't process. But when a criminal, when Romans would take a criminal from where they were being held to where they were going to be nailed to the cross for crucifixion, they would take the longest route possible, and there would be a person in front of the criminals that would hold a sign that would say the name of the criminal and what they were charged and convicted of, and that person holding the sign would also yell it out. So while they are walking to Mount Calvary, where they are going to crucify Jesus and the two others with him, there's a man in front that is directing the path, a Roman guard, that's holding a sign and yelling out the names of the criminals and their convictions, their charges. Jesus had been whipped, he'd been beaten, he had been spit upon, he had been mocked, and now another thing that he must endure is carrying his cross through the streets up to Mount Calvary, where he is to be crucified. More punishment as he's walking through and hearing his name called out as a criminal and hearing false accusations and charges against him. The love that Jesus had for us is bigger than anything we can imagine. Emotionally, he was beaten for us. Physically, he was beaten for us. And it just continues to grow as we think about what Jesus went through for us, the love that he has and had for us. So as you go about your day today, and remembering what today signifies and symbolizes for us Christians, remember what Jesus went through to get to the cross. And I'm not talking just the beating, because that's important, but also the walk to Mount Calvary, the stairs that would have been on him, the judgmental glances. And as he walked by, and maybe he even caught the eye of someone and he looked in their eyes, and maybe he could tell that they thought he was this criminal. And like on the cross, he said to himself, "Father, forgive that person." Because that's who Jesus is, and that's who Jesus was. So as you go throughout your day today, and I pray that it's a blessed day, that it's a day full of joy, because we are Christians that are living in a time that Jesus has given us freedom, and we live in this freedom. But it is this day 2,000 years ago, where Jesus is carrying his cross and walking to Mount Calvary. God bless you all. Enjoy your day. I love you so much. God bless you.